Okay guys, this isn't a strategy video. Okay, I will point a couple of strategies out, or the two main strategies I should say, out as we go along. But this is basically because I saw on weekend yet again that people don't understand. When prices turned around, that they should then be going in that direction for a certain amount of time, and not just for 5 or 10 pips. I'm going to point that out to you. TK and Jem in particular, maybe even Rocky. If Rocky's listening, Darwin as well. As Darwin's in on Monday. Okay, but first of all, for those of you who are new in that, there are a few videos you need to watch. These here, these two, these 1 and 4, trading the 1 and 4 hour time frame, and Forex strategy using 1 and 4 hour time frame. Okay, if you want to do slightly longer type of trading than scalping, then if you look at number 71 here, demo 71, if you look 2 below that, you'll see a video here. Forex live trading room, signals for long-term trading, okay, rather than doing scalps. Alright, so before we crack on, I've got some pics to show you. Okay, these are just still shots, guys, but what I'm trying to point out here is this is why I love the 4 hour time frame, guys. And basically the reason I'm showing you this is just to show you that, if you need to want to wait for this big trade, and I apologise for the wind in the background, guys, if you can hear it. We've got a storm belting the British Isles at the moment called Storm Kiara. I presume that's a female name. Most storms seem to be named after females for some strange reason. But anyway, back to it. And actually, it's just that people don't seem to understand what they do. You got a 4 hour blue here, and then it's come up. But look how many pips this has gone, guys. Right, it's gone BB band to BB band, then it's broke that 5-minute BB band, then it's continued on up. Okay, that is over 20 pips. That is over 20 pips, right? You could wait for that and just take you one trade. With the trend, it's even better. Look at this one. This move down here, right, which is here. Look at this. This is what, 31.25 all the way to 30.22. That's a 100 pip move. That went down eventually. Okay. 4 hour orange line. Maybe you could have said, with a BB band flipping down as well. But this 4 hour orange line was bent here, right? But it would have been right across where that yellow line is. Before the move started, and you'd have been just pierced it and then bam, straight down. Okay, again, look down here, look at this one, up here, look at this blue here, look again, and again, these moves are not 5 or 10 pip moves, they are big moves. Let's look at this, bouncing off the 1 hour orange line. Here, look at this with a daily, guys, that's another thing, right? If you see a daily super, then, don't go against this daily super till you get a 4 hour blue, and then when you get that 4 hour blue, maybe this might have performed a bit here. Personally, I think that would probably go back up a bit more until we got, a 4 hour blue. You can see here, look, it's struggling to drop, and the 15-minute BB band flips up. Right, so basically, you're just looking for the sensible trades. I mean, that is a trend maker, a daily super, and you can see exactly what's happened now. Look at the move. Alright, so you can take your trades from here. You don't have to worry about step 1 and say, okay, step 1 direction, but you just say, I'm not going in a trade until 4 hour BB band's been pierced, or if we're on a 1 hour orange line with the trend, with a daily signal. I'm not going to go against a daily signal unless I get a 4 hour blue, and so on and so on and so on. Right, but as I say, I'm just going to flick through a few of these quickly. Again, look, 4 hour BB band here, bang, up. Is that less than 20 pips? No, you got your 20 pip trade there. Okay, and on and on and on, and every time you look here, look at this blue here, all the way down here. I'm not sure if it was this move. Yeah, it would have been that move there. Look at that. Definitely more than 20 pips. Even this move up here, it's pierced the 4 hour BB band, it's gone up. There possibly was a signal there, definitely was that signal there, and it would have been here, you know, that would have been it there. Okay, so again, more than 20 pips, 83 to 33, that's showing there, so that was a 50 pip move. Okay, 50 pip move again, and then again down here, that's another 50 pips. Okay, so you're not just thinking, oh, 5-10 pips or whatever, you know, you start thinking big if you're going to do this system here, if you're going to wait for this BB bands to be pierced. Okay, just one other thing to show, just to highlight, this is for TK more than anything, because TK lost the trade on the GU on Friday. I think I've got Fridays. Is it this one? I think this was it. Yeah, this is it. This is Fridays, right? I'm not sure where it was, TK. It might have been this one you tried taking up here. Maybe this one. It might even have been this one here. But either way, or maybe that one. I'm not sure what time it was at, TK. But basically, TK, what you'd had is the down move. It came all the way to this 1 hour BB band. This was here all day. Okay, now these two kept flashing on and off, right? But because of that, I think Mechanic traded this move up here. He got 27 pips, so basically it was that move up there. Okay, but then we pierced the 4 hour BB band. You can tell it's been pierced because this, you know, purple line has gone up here, right? So it's been pierced. That's the new high. All right, that's where the wick goes to, wherever that's going to. Okay, and then the trend kicked in again, and eventually, guys, I wish I'd have taken the snapshot after, you know, at the end of the session, but eventually this move here came all the way down here. It was a 65, 67 pipper. All right, it just kept going and going and going and going and going. All right, so just while I've got that in mind, TK, I just want to show you something. This was from the GCAD on well, it was early last week, okay, and we'd pierced, I think it was here, we'd pierced the 4 hour BB band, okay, and we had a 4 hour red, but then we were getting, I think we had blue, we had a red, yellow on the 15 minute and a blue on the 30 minute, but we didn't have a 1 hour signal, like a link in the chain, okay, so you shouldn't really have taken this move. You didn't have a 1 hour signal when the second move happened here, okay, but then when we came back to the 5 minute orange line, and believe me, all of these trades, right, bar that one, were on the 5 minute orange line, right, but when this came back to the 5 minute orange line here, we had a 1 hour yellow to go with that 4 hour red, and the 4 hour red was there most of the day, if I remember rightly. But the point I'm making here, TK, Gem, everybody else who's listening, right, is if you missed that and you missed that, you could have taken that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. That came back to the 15 minute orange line because, you know, you'd hit a big level up here, okay, and then went again, so you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 further trades for at least 10 pips, okay, because it had hit a 4 hour BB band. It's not just going to go up here and then this is going to crash down again, okay, it just kept going and going and going. And here's the thing, right, if you carried on taking this here, let's say you had a 5 pip stop loss, right, never came anywhere near your stop loss. This one took it here, never came anywhere near your stop loss. Here, never came anywhere near your stop loss. Here, never came anywhere near your stop loss. Never came near your stop loss. Never came near your stop loss. Okay, you might have said, well, I took this one up here, right, because it was flashing a bit of green, and that wick would have said to, you know, there's green momentum. So you'd have lost one 5 pip trade, and then you'd got in again there and won. The point is here, guys, right, that if you just kept going with that flow, okay, then you'd have won 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 pips and maybe lost 5. Okay, so you've got to get it into your head that, you know, when you turn on these 4 hour you know, BB bands, when they turn here, they go big. They go for a goodly amount of time. Okay. Again, I'll just show you here. Look, this one down there would have won. Even that one there didn't. You know, if he didn't win here, it would have won here. That would have won here. Okay. So that's basically, you know, what I wanted to say on that, TK, Gem, and anybody else who's looking. You know, when you're on these big time frames, and you turn 4 out and it turns around, then just keep going with that. You know, even if you lose one trade for 5 pips, say, you will have won more excuse me, than you would have lost. So if you finish the day 4-2, you know, you're still going to be in the money. Okay, so we're going to go through a few now, just to have a look, you know, and try and emphasise what I've been talking about. So it's 61. First of all, right, okay, so again, you know, look at this here, gone up. Has this gone? Well, has this gone more than 20 pips? First time? Yeah, definitely. This gone more than 20 pips down to here? Yes, definitely. 4 hour down. Now you're getting the blues in play. Could reverse. Look, big time frames again. Look, this is down, right? The wicks here would have said to me, yeah, this is turning down. So this is down, okay? Downtrend. And look, it's hit the 4 hour orange line there. And look at that, bang, down. Look, hit the 4 hour orange line there, down. And every time, you know, you paste these orange lines and BB bands on the big time frames, they don't just give 5 pips. Okay, they keep going and going and going. And I'm just going to emphasize what I was saying earlier, you know, about just keep going with the flow. Right, you've bounced off the 1 hour orange line here. Okay, look at these. Up, comes back to it, another winner there, comes back to it, another winner there, comes back to it, another winner there, comes back to it, another winner there. Okay, this is all you have to do. Same here with the G-card. Look, bang, comes back to it. You got step 2 because you're waiting now for step 3. You're on the 5 minute orange line, bang, winner. Okay, comes back to it here, so you've got step 2 in. You're looking for step 3, momentum, bang, winner. Okay, and that, guys, is basically all it is. If like this, you're waiting, you know, as I said, against dailies, you definitely need this, but then you need other things as well. You can't just trade off bat. Basically, you need something else. So let's see if I can show you what we need to take this. Well, you've got a 1 hour signal, right, flashing, but again, it's a daily, so you might say to yourself, no, I'm going to let this play out, let it come down as far as it wants to come down, and then take it up again. It's entirely up to you. You know, I need to go against the daily. I need a really strong setup here. Okay, really strong. Yes, you know, it looks like you've pierced this here. It might want to go up a bit more, and then chances are that these will kick in again. There's no signal here. 5 minute signal. Right, you've got these blues and that here, but they're not on the current candle here. These, yes, this could just be a short pullback. You get a really strong setup here, then it will really go. And remember what I said, once it's gone, you don't have to take the first move, right? Once it goes, it could keep going down then for quite some time. Okay, so I'm just flicking through them, guys. I'm not actually showing you the you know, the strategy, because you know, you shouldn't know the strategy now. It's pretty basic. It's not this one here, by the way. It's the 3 steps with the golden ticket. This will go up, I think. Yeah, thought you would. Thought this would go up because this blue's flashing. You know, you've still got a pretty strong setup. It wants to pierce a bit more through this 8 hour BB band. somebody's pointing out that you need that 4-hour blue, and it's true, you do, against strong setups, guys. And again, just to point out what happened here, look at this, guys. You know, going with the daily, with the flow. You know, if you'd taken that, if you'd taken it there, your risk is minimal. You know, a few pips risk against what you can get there. Green, 4-hour blues back. So I'd be looking now for the second move. Yeah, blues on current candles as well. I know Julian loves his blues. We were, after all, named Julian's Blues. And there you go, you see. Look at the G-cap, perfect. It just bounced up like that. And when, if you trusted that setup, you could have got in there. Okay, you were outside big time frame here. You were outside big time frame here. You did have a 4-hour blue. You did have a 1-hour signal. You had blue there, and you had a yellow there. So you had a 5-arrow link chain there, basically. So you could have taken that. Okay. Anyway, this is just, as I say, to show you, you know, that they give more than, you know, more pips than you need, basically. I mean, that went from 25.01. Well, that says 75 there, so knock a few off. That's 72. You probably, there was a 20 pipper there. Okay, so if you waited and you waited and you waited for that, you had your 20 pips that you want for your max plan or for whatever. Okay, on that one. Alright. Let's see if I can pick a bit of an old one. As I said, this is not about the strategies, guys. This is just showing you how many pips, you know, they do give, you know, these big time frames, and to show you that you can't just keep looking at it and saying, oh, it's going to go back with a trend in a minute, it's going to go back with the other way in a minute, you know, because sometimes they bloody well don't. Most times they bloody well don't. Okay, yeah, you pierce the 4-hour, pierce the daily, pierce the 8 signals up. Not sure about how, I didn't see much of that one. Right, here again, look, outside. That is what I would call a strong setup. Really strong setup, right? The red yellows all over the show, and look what happened. First move, then it bounced and then bang. Okay, that is a really strong setup, guys. Okay. Yeah, you touched the 1-hour orange line there with the trend, and look what happened. Okay, you touched the 1-hour orange line here. Look what happened. Again with the trend. Okay, so oh god, yeah, you definitely, again, there's more than 20 pips there. I think let's have a look. 32. Oh, I can't see it. 08, perhaps, maybe even more. Again, whatever you got there, but again, the G card, you could have taken that one. 5 minute here, BB bound up with the trend, well, with the short-term trend anyway. Yep, nice move in the end on the GU. But again, guys, I'm just showing you what, you know, where you should be looking. If you're struggling, then look on the 1-4-8 dailies, you know, for your entries. If you see a 5 minute yellow, say to yourself, well, hang on a minute, I've got a 4-hour BB band pierced here. Is this going to perform? Well, yeah, okay, so what I'll do is I'll wait for the second move to make sure if it's against the trend or if it's with the trend. Yeah, it's definitely going to perform. Let's look for a setup. Have I got blues involved? Yes, I can take this. You know, look at this here, GU. It's a really strong down trend, this, and you've got nothing, no blues, 1 blue and a yellow. Would I trust this to go up? Probably not. maybe better let this go back to the 5-minute orange line and take it down. Like maybe here, you know, let's have a look. Still nothing strong. There you go, the second move there, you see. Bang first, second. Okay, so again, yeah, you see, because you didn't have anything here to go against such a trend, it's wiser just to stick with the trend. Look at the G-card, look at this G-card, guys. It's got a daily super, for crying out loud. I know it's outside here and outside here, but it's got a daily super, and look what's been happening. 5-minute orange line, 5-minute orange line, 5-minute orange line, 5-minute, and down and down and down and down, right? And you know, you shouldn't even be considering this really. Maybe if you got a 4-hour blue, and maybe if you got a super here, you know, you can say, right, well, okay, then I'll take this. But you know, that green against a daily super and such a strong trend with just a 1-hour blue, yeah, not for me. Oof, and there's the proof of the pudding. Oof, God, another gorgeous trade. Okay, and look at the GU. Now off the 5-minute orange line now. Just going with the trend because you didn't have anything strong here, even though you were outside. There's nothing really strong. So basically what I'm saying, guys, if you're going to go against strong trends, you need a 4-hour blue or supers in on this at least, and supers here, you know, maybe a 4-hour red. Okay, but as I say, if you just continue to look for your trades here, right, instead of looking here, then you know, you're going to get these 20 pip moves, these you know, 50-60 pip moves with the trend. And we'll have a look at this one, last one then. Okay, AR blue, daily BB band, really strong downtrend, nothing here, 1-hour red. Okay, but again, this is slightly different. You've got a lot of yellows here. You probably had one here going up and one down here. Completely flat here. Range might go up and down this one. Would I be taking it up? Well, this is entirely up to you. You're on here. Unless this evolved and we got a 4-hour, I wouldn't, you know, take this. So what I'd be looking for here is to the orange line here, let it come down a bit, and if by then it's not broke this line again, right, and we've got a 1 and a 4, maybe, you know, consider taking it up then, but not just based on that. And there you go, you see, you know what happened, because you just had nothing to go with that 8-hour yellow. That could perform at any time, guys, right, but it won't perform alone. And there's just too many missing links in the chain. Right. You know, and it turned out to be quite a nice trade to the downside, going with the trend, with the flow. Christ, did it. You know, GCAD as well there. And this one will perform, there's nothing against it apart from a 1-hour blue. Yep, there you go, you see. Alright, so, yeah, the idea of this TK gem is not to show you the strategies, even though I have, you know, highlighted a couple of points on there, but it's to show you that, you know, when you going with, especially with the trend, you must know now that the trend is just, you know, so strong. But when you're going against the trend, get as many arrows lined up as you can, and don't dive in. But if you're with the trend, you can keep just going with the flow. Obviously, these daily supers, just stay away from trading against them until you get, you know, a really strong 1 and 4 hour setup. You can see there, you know, this trend is up. Right, but you've got a daily super down, and look what happened. Bang down here, back to the 5-minute orange line, and bang, down again. Okay, I'll just flick a bit more through that, see if it did it again. Right, so went up a bit there. Yeah, it's bouncing off here. That's why it went up there off the green. Okay. So, you know, gem. TK, Darby, Rocky, if you're going to look here, right, for your trades, then expect more pips. Don't think, oh, it's just going to go for 5 or 10 pips and then turn on me. I'll go back to that. You know, the GCAD picture as before, and once it broke, you know, if you just kept going with the flow there, by the time you lost this trade here, if you lost this trade, right, you'd have been 60 pips up and lost a 5 pipper here. Maybe, you know, you might need to go a bit more in the GCAD, but these weren't massive moves for the GCAD. These were like 14, 15 pip moves, you know, for the most part, and you know, normally it gives a hell of a lot more. Some of these I've seen in the past, like this second move here, would have been about 20, 25 pips. You know, so you might need a slightly larger stop loss, in particular you, Gem, because I think you were doing well on Friday, and then you got hit, and you got nailed a bit by a small stop loss. Anyway, guys, so that is basically it. That's all I wanted to, you know, kind of point out to you about these longer term trades. Just, you know, find your strategy, use the one that you like. What the hell? Once you've, you know, you've pierced 4-hour BB bands or the 4-hour orange line with the trend, you know, pay attention to them, and you get a 5-minute yellow, 5-minute green. Start linking the charts up. You know, look for blues on the 15-minute, the 30-minute, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and obviously if you've got daily supers, daily red yellow, guys, just don't go against them. The safest thing to do is just to go with a daily red yellow. Okay. In fact, there was one chart, I just can't remember which one it was. Which was it? Was it? It was one. One chart where I wanted to show you. I can't remember it, guys. You would have seen it in the past. It's in the 50s somewhere. Was it 51? No. Anyway, there was a chart and it had UCAD. It had a daily super up, but then it had a 4-hour, 8-hour, 1 hour blue, and they performed. Right, but they performed because it had a 5-minute green to start. It had red yellows on 15-minute and 30-minute with loads and loads of blues there as well. You know, and eventually it got they got signals next to the 1 hour and the 4 hour and the 8 hour blues, and it really kicked in. Okay, but again, that's, you know, the only time you should really consider going against the daily red yellows. Okay, guys, so I hope TK, Gem, you now understand what I mean about, you know, just going with the flow, and if you're going to do the 10 pip TPs, just keep going and keep racking up your pips, keep going with the flow, right, until you hit a 4-hour orange line, a 1 hour BB band, or, you know, blues start to appear when you're on those lines. Maybe a 5-minute green might tell you to get out, as I told you, you know, last Wednesday when I came on. And basically just, you know, trade sensible and you'll be okay. It's just you shouldn't, like Gem on Friday. He started off, he was 4-0 and he was happy, 20 pips up, and then all of a sudden it went to pot. Maybe over trading a bit, Gem. Maybe if you want to earn a few more pips, then maybe just go for you know, 10 pip TP. And what you can do, Gem, I'll tell you now, what you can do is use your 5 pip. You can use your 5 pip stop loss depending on where you're taking the trades from. You know, if you're going to dive in here, I'm not sure, you know, you can see it came down, it came all the way down here, but then shot up again. Right? But if you're going to use a 5 pip TP like that, what I do is if you're turning price around and you need to get in on this first move here, make sure your stop loss is above, excuse me, the 5 minute BB band. Okay, if it's a bigger stop loss than needed, then so be it. Okay, because these yellows don't always perform straight away. This is why what I like to do is let that candle close first of all, and then see what's going on. And if this carries on down, I'm not in the trade. Okay, see what actually happened. Yeah, you see it came down a lot more, and it disappeared, didn't it? So you'd have lost that trade just getting in straight away. Okay. Again, that was a strong trade down, so you should have been really looking for this here down. Alright, trend down. Okay, Joe, TK, Darwin, any of the newbies that are in the room, you know, again, that video is this one here. You want to watch that, but also watch, as I said, the 1 and 4 hour videos, which are here and here. And anything else you can find on the long terms, basically. Okay, guys, I think that'll have to do you. I don't think you need any more, do you? So